This week's lesson is on theme. Let's take a closer look at the word theme. Theme. Write the word theme on the sheet in front of you 3 times. Theme. Theme is easy to explain. I can't wait to learn it. This is going to be fun. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to clearly state the word theme and define it using your own words. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to read a short story and identify the correct theme. Theme is the message the author wants to share with the reader. A way to remember is to put the word theme and the word message together, like this. The message. Theme is a lesson or moral the author wants a reader to understand. Theme may seem like a piece of advice that the author wants to share with a reader. How does a reader identify the theme in a story? How to identify theme. Find the protagonist in the story. Determine the conflict of the story. Pay close attention to how the protagonist handles the conflict. How to identify theme. The author shows the theme by how the protagonist changes because of the conflict. Does the protagonist learn something important about himself or herself? Does the protagonist learn a valuable lesson about the world or relationships? There are some common theme topics within stories. Common theme topics. First, personal. Realizing a trait about himself or herself. Second, relationships and family. Realizing something about love, friendships, or family. And third, themes about greed, revenge, and power. Let's practice. Asha woke up early to get ready for school. She noticed a nasty storm building in the clouds. Stephanie and Yusuf kept playing video games until right before the bus came. They had to hurry outside so they wouldn't miss the bus. Now they are soaking wet and upset because they forgot their umbrellas. Asha is dry and calm. She is thankful for her umbrella because she is wearing her new shoes for school. Let's figure out the theme. The protagonist is Asha. The conflict, the storm. The theme, being prepared makes you ready for whatever comes your way. This is Manny. Manny has been practicing football every day after school because last year his team came in second place. Now, Manny's team gets to play in the championship game, the same team that beat them last year. Manny even gets to play quarterback because the coach says all of his practice has made his passing perfect. Let's figure out the theme. Protagonist, Manny. Conflict, playing against their rival football team. Theme, if you get a second chance at something, make sure you use it. This is Heidi. She sleeps all day. She always tells herself she will do more tomorrow. Her friends are all studying, being active, and doing cool things. Heidi doesn't realize how much her friends are learning while she is being lazy in bed. Heidi wakes up one day and realizes all of her friends have made new friends. Although she loved sleeping, her comfortable bed isn't a best friend. Let's figure out the theme. Protagonist, Heidi. Conflict, Heidi puts off activities. Theme, if you don't put an effort into friendships, friends will find others who will. This is Ahmed. Ahmed questions everything. He doesn't like to do anything until he has asked a lot of questions about it. Sometimes he asks so many questions, by the time he's done asking, the activity is already over. Then he feels mad at himself for missing out on the chance to try something new. Let's figure out the theme. Protagonist, Ahmed. Conflict, asks too many questions. Theme, trying to know everything may make you miss out on something. This is Jared. He thinks his bike is a piece of junk. He wanted a better bike, but this is the one his parents bought him. He hates riding it because he can't go as fast as he wants to go. Then he notices some friends who are stuck walking to the park because their parents are not able to buy bikes right now. Jared stops complaining about his bike and practices riding to get faster. What did Jared learn? How did Jared change during the story? Let's figure out the theme. Protagonist, Jared. Conflict, he doesn't have the bike he wants. Theme, appreciate what you have because you could have nothing instead. Notice how the theme is stated as an important lesson. This is Marshall and Sunny. They like each other a lot. Marshall's friends were surprised about his feelings because Sunny is so different from Marshall at first glance. The truth is, Marshall took his time getting to know Sunny and her interests. They both like video games, pizza, and playing soccer. Let's figure out the theme. Protagonist, Marshall. Conflict, friends doubt his feelings for Sunny. Theme, learning about someone may lead to liking that someone. We make a lot of friends this way too. Notice how the theme can be applied to a lot of stories. Theme review. The theme is the message the author wants to share with the reader. Theme should reflect the conflict of the story and how the protagonist grew or changed because of the conflict. The theme should be written as a lesson that can be applied to many stories. This is Abdi. He has a lot of money. Now that he has a lot of money, people really like him. They want to spend a lot of time with him. One day, Abdi realizes as his money is getting less and less, so is his amount of friends. He wonders if they really like him or what he can buy for them. Now, practice on your own. Choose the correct answers on your sheet. Protagonist, conflict, theme. Do you notice how the theme could be applied to many stories? Jordan and Sueda's parents couldn't believe how fast their children were growing up. It seemed like just yesterday the kids were crawling around and wearing diapers. Mr. Ansari worked a lot, which meant spending a lot of time with his fellow workers instead of his family. Then one night, he noticed that his son seemed taller and his daughter was talking in full sentences. When did this happen? After dinner, he skipped doing work and took a walk to the park to watch his kids play. In a few years, the kids would be playing at the park with their friends instead. Choose the correct answers on your sheet. Protagonist, conflict, theme. Remember, theme is the message the author wants to share with the reader. Theme is stated as a lesson, which means it is more than one word. Theme should be related to the conflict. Theme should show how the protagonist changed, grew, or what they learned during the story. You have completed your work on theme when you can clearly state the word theme, explain theme in your own words, and identify the theme of a short story.